The way some of y'all are coming out and acting in response to Donald Trump talking about wanting to cure autism has me feeling like I'm not the slow one in this situation. Do you know how absolutely infuriating it is to sit there as somebody who actually has autism, listening to a bunch of liberal crybabies who have never experienced what it's like to deal with this a day in their life, sit there and talk about how autism is not something to be cured? Oh yes, it absolutely is. It is exhausting feeling constantly at odds with the world around you. The best way that I could think to explain it is, imagine you're sitting there, right, trying to communicate with a person. You're speaking English, they're speaking Italian. You go, okay, I really want to have a conversation with you. I'm going to learn Italian. You put so much time and effort into finally speaking Italian, and then the next day they show up speaking Vietnamese, and you're back to square one of not knowing what the hell is going on around you. Autism has negatively impacted so many areas of my life, and this is not a sob story, right? It's fine. I've overcome. I'm good where I am now. I understand. But even in the smallest ways that you would never think about. I mean, if you read my comment section, 9 times out of 10, there's a comment in there talking about, well, why does your face look like that? Why do you show no emotion? You look like a sociopath. Why do you speak like that? And this is literally something that a lot of people with autism do. Every day, there are little things that feel so beyond overwhelming that neurotypical people are just not going to understand. They think you're being dramatic. They think you're overly emotional. They don't understand why you feel a certain way. You don't understand why you feel a certain way. And I'm one of the lucky ones, right? I have high functioning autism. I know that's not really a term that people use anymore, but regardless. And I can get by, right? I can do what I have to do day to day. I can work a normal job. I can have friends. I can do all the things that a normal person can, just with an added, added effort. But there are a lot of people who are not so lucky that suffer from autism greatly. They will need care for the rest of their lives. They cannot communicate on a normal level. They cannot keep a job. And you're sitting there telling them that that's not something that needs to be fixed, that they're perfect the way they are so that you could have this weird savior complex. It's disgusting. As somebody who has a fair share of medical issues, let me tell you, right? I also have multiple sclerosis. I have never once heard somebody tell me that we don't need to cure multiple sclerosis and I'm perfect the way I am. But when it comes to autism, that's just the one that they choose to virtue signal with. And it's really, really weird. If you've never had to suffer from it, please shut the hell up when it comes to actually fixing the problem. And thank you, Donald Trump, for actually trying to.